donate to your father's nonprofit, you'd still be paid for your time as well. It was my turn to clear my throat. They'd already mentioned a large amount of money, $200,000 to be exact. It had been the one reason I had agreed to the meeting. You have mentioned it at least 4 times now. Jack smiled. As I was saying, even though the majority of the show will be filmed on the ranch, we'll arrange for some dates both on and off the ranch, even to places like Las Vegas and San Diego, all expenses paid by the show. Do I get to know anything about these women? Jack nodded. Yes, of course you will. They'll each have detailed lists of their attributes, hobbies, ages, where they grew up, etc. After each date, you'll be able to decide whether you would like to go out with them again, so you would swipe right, like the show's name insinuates. If you didn't connect with them, you'd swipe left. Since some of this is live, I'm going to guess I won't be expected to... I let my voice trail off. Sleep with him? Travis asked. Yes, I'm not some kind of playboy despite my fan base, and I respect women too much to be taking out multiple girls and sleeping with all of them. Jack held up his hand. It's not like that at all. I mean, you can, and we hope you eventually kiss some of them. Maybe toward the end of the season you'll do a bit of making out, but no sex. We don't want it to be that type of show. I nodded and let out a sigh of relief. It wasn't like I was a virgin, but I did have my limits, and starring in a porn was one of them. And after each date? I asked. What happens next? It was Travis who answered. After each date, you'll both go into a private booth and talk about how the date went. You'll then both decide if you want to swipe right. If you don't, the girl goes home, regardless of whether or not she swiped right. Your swipe takes precedence. But if she swipes left, she automatically gets to leave regardless of what you swipe. We don't want anyone staying who isn't comfortable or doesn't feel like she has a connection. Well, that's good, I said, relieved again in some significant way. By the time the 2 months is up, Jack stated with a wide grin, you'll have narrowed it down to 2 women. You'll do your final swipe for the woman you choose to date. If you continue to date for a minimum of 2 months after the show ends, we'll give you a bonus of $100,000, but only if you agree to let us interview you and check in with both you and the final contestant during that 2-month post-show time frame. I dropped back in my seat. Holy shit. That would be a lot of money I could give to my dad's foundation, which he'd started in memory of his first wife and his brother Beck, who died while in the Marines. Casey, Dad's first wife, died giving birth to my older brother, Blaze. She suffered from mental illness, and Dad created his foundation after that tragedy to help with resources for those suffering from mental illness. He also built a park in Uncle Beck's name that included a skate park, playground, as well as a barn and an arena for the kids in 4-H. The park also offered some great opportunities for the kids of Hamilton by giving them a safe place to meet up. That kind of money could do a lot more for this community. He could build the water park he'd been thinking of for the kiddos and that new outdoor arena. My answer was literally a no-brainer, but I still had to think about it as there were a lot of moving parts. Travis interrupted my internal thoughts. The host would be someone native to Montana as well. Her name is Kipton Howse. Not knowing who the hell that was, I simply nodded. What's the time frame again? We'd like to film it this coming December and January. We'll start pre-production in November, but the actual filming of the show starts that first week of December. I know you have school and all. My father was thinking you could do remote learning those weeks that aren't part of winter break, if need be. He's an alum and big contributor to the University of Montana, so getting permission for remote classes won't be a problem, Travis said. I'd have to ask my father since you went to film it on the ranch. They both nodded, and Jack added, Understood. Am I able to think about this? Of course you can, Jack said. We just need to know no later than September 25th so we can start marketing on the other stations and get the schedule planned. We already have our production team set up and ready to go. I raised a single brow. So if I say no, you've got someone ready to go for backup? Travis smiled. We do. He's technically our second season bachelor, but if you say no, we'll bump him to number 1. We really think you're the better choice to kick this off, though.